This is what Amit's watching, and it's Thursday, so it's time for Trailer Thursdays. And here's a list of the movies that we're going to put down below. So you have all the links, all the trailers that came out in this past, actually week and a half. I didn't do it last week. First one first is Ready Player One, which is Steven Spielberg's new film. He's been working on this for a while. It's pretty much all CGI. It looks pretty interesting. Apparently the book was pretty solid, so I'm hoping the film reflects the book. Again, like I said, Spielberg put a lot of time into this, so we're hoping for good things from it. Jessica Jones Season 2 trailer came out. That's coming out earlier next year on Netflix. I like Season 1 a lot, and expecting to like Season 2 also. Maze Runner: The Death Cure, which is the third and final Maze Runner film. This is the same lead character who's been in the past two, but he's also the guy who was in the most recent American Assassin. I've actually seen the past two. I don't like all these YA films, but this is the only one for whatever reason that I've actually seen. So I'm curious to see the third one as well. Looks interesting, and hopefully it's fun. The last two are pretty enjoyable. The 1517 to Paris, which is a story about the American soldiers who were on a train to Paris when a terrorist attack took place, and they stepped up and thwarted the attack. It's a Clint Eastwood film. It looks very, very America favorable. And they actually have, I think it's actually the actual soldiers who were involved in the original act that took place on this train are now playing themselves in this film. So they're first-time actors, a lot of them. And it looks really good in the sense that, I mean, the storyline seems pretty interesting. I just hope that it kind of isn't all just pro-America all the way through and actually has some really cool storylines to it. Annihilation is coming out, which is the new Natalie Portman film. I can't even really describe it. You kind of have to watch the trailer, but it's sci-fi. It's she's trying to find her husband who's lost in this thing. I don't know how to even describe it. You gotta watch the trailer, but it looks really visually stunning. It's from the same dude who directed Ex Machina. He's one of the writers. He's the director of this film as well, and also is the writer also, a co-writer. But it looks pretty awesome. Then there's a film called The Clapper, which stars Ed Helms, and it's not the clapper that you would clap on to turn the lights off. It's a dude who's in the audience of all these QVC type shows, and he's always the guy who asks the right question and get the host going, get the audience going, and causes the standard, tell me more phrasing. But then he gets found out in the film. He doesn't want to be known. He just wants to be a dude in the background, and hijinks ensues. Sicario Part 2 trailer came out as well with Benicio is back, and Josh Brolin is back, and the main writer is back. The director, however, who did The Arrival also last year, is not. But it still looks good, and it's from the dude. The new director is a guy who did Gomorrah, which is a series out of Italy, which is really awesome. I've spoken about before. So I still have high hopes for the film, and the trailer looks pretty awesome. Check it out. Ocean's 8 comes out, which is the female version of Ocean's 11, 12, and 13, starring Sandra Bullock. I don't know her. I think her last name is Ocean as well, so I'm assuming she's got a relation to George Clooney's character, Danny Ocean, in the first three. But they are trying to rob some diamonds in New York at the Met. So we'll see how that plays out. Then there's Gringo. And Gringo is a weird comedic film. It's got Charlize Theron, but she seems to have a bit role in the film. Anyway, they send one of a company who's now in the weed business, who makes weed pills, sends a guy down to Mexico to deliver some pills or collect some pills, and he gets caught by the drug runners down there, and hijinks ensues. I mean, pretty much the whole trailer is the film, so check it out and see whether or not you like it or not. And the last trailer is Chappaquiddick, which is a story of Ted Kennedy, who had an accident and his passenger died in the car, and what they went through as a family to cover it up and keep things under wrap and not tarnish the Kennedy name, and what went down with that story. It's not from a major studio, so it's more on the indie realm by way of distribution, etc. So I don't think it's going to get a wide release, but we'll see how that plays out. That's it. I'm Amit. This is what Amit's watching. These are the Thursday trailers. Have a good day, guys. Take it easy.